Back it down, I won't do. Stand tall, won't move. Taking over with the crew. It's over when we come through. It's over when we come through. This ain't really nothing new. You know what it do. Mask off. We out of this one, I be blast off. Play with the team, get blast on. Play with the squad, CS4. Come with that trouble you ask for. Opposition, who is bad for? You don't want it, better back off. My guy, I'm in red for. Hey, they hit in my line for that fire, they know that I got what you ain't. I see that hate on the low, that just envy you mad cause I do what you can't. Tell me how you think that you on my level when you not even in the range. You should've stayed in your lane, now you gotta go and deal with the game. It ain't had enough. Heard him say that he better and bad enough. Oh, y'all really about sons, you ain't mad enough. I just play with the pool like a matador.
I am your host, The King Shadow. Welcome to another No Excuse Reactions. Now it is Halloween, people. Happy Halloween. Go get your candy fix. Go dress up as a half naked something. Go to a party. Have fun. But watch out for the monsters. Okay. Now, the All Hallows Eve. So, I'm gonna do a different video today. Okay. So, instead of usual relationship shit and bullshit, I'm gonna dumb it down to the monsters. Okay. Now, I ain't talking about the basic monsters. I'm talking about the ones that actually living in our lifetimes. Okay. Now, everybody knows about the basic monsters. You feel me? Vampires, werewolves, Frankenstein's monster, the mummy, the blob. Okay. You know, all these monsters, the old school monsters, you feel me? Dead and gone with some. Okay. That's why we make so many movies of these motherfuckers get fucked up all the time. Now, let me tell you about the real and some of the stuff we do. Okay. Now, I know people like to throw that shit on the wayside and shit, but aliens is real. Okay. Just imagine Predator, aliens, Close Encounters. You feel me? Seeing something freaky like that pop up out of left field, throw you for a loop. Okay? Seeing something freaky like that pop out of left field and try to eat you, really throw you for a loop. Now, there's a lot of skeptical people out there that's just stupid, don't know the probability of numbers and don't know how I want to say pervasive. Yeah. How life can be very pervasive. That's weird. I think I'm fucking it up. But anyways, life progresses no matter what the situation is. Okay? Scientists are proved that we got different planets. There's different types of life on different planets. Okay? Now, it's just going further enough out to see the ones that's intelligent, that thinks like us, have a social structure, family structure, you know, and I ain't living just kill or be killed, you feel me? Now, there's some that would be out there longer than us, you feel me? The probabilities. We are a budding race. We are minute in the time aspect, okay? The human race is minute in the time aspect, okay? Now, I know I said aliens were the monsters and stuff like that there, but we are the monsters. Understand, there is no more most dangerous monster on this planet, most dangerous animal on this planet other than humanity. Okay? You have to fear your own man before you fear any kind of other thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, understand. And the primal aspect of everything. It's been proven time and time again that humanity, mankind, if you can't click with us, we wipe you out. Now, I know I said that in another video, 2-3 videos back, about the California bear. Okay? We were in California. Them niggas was everywhere. We turned all them niggas into rugs and statues. Okay? It wasn't coping. They were yoking too many people up. They were fucking up too many camps. We had to end all that shit. You feel me? When we started building big cities around the world, we cleared out the forest areas. You feel me? Like, come on, people. In the major cities, the most you would see, the most, it's a deer, maybe a bobcat, coyote, snakes. Of course, snakes, they everywhere. Bugs, squirrels, raccoons, you know what I mean? Possums, you know what I mean? Nothing real big and serious, you know what I mean? Now, we do have mountain lions out there every now and again, but they don't ever come down in the city, you feel me? You would have to be running the trail on one of them mountainsides and, you know, in I want to say, in a park or something somewhere, you feel me? A vast park, you feel me? These creatures know how to hide, okay? The animals learn with us, okay? So, understand, things that's been around longer than us learned with us. We kind of learned with them, okay? So, the aspect and the knowledge of aliens coming to our planet is not far off. Now, I got 2 clips here from my boy. I am running a blank today, y'all. I'm sorry, I've been fucked up all week. So, my boy Tyler, Secure Team Tim channel. Okay? Now, he came up with some real good clips. Now, understand, our technology is getting better. Our cameras are getting better. Even the fucking door cams are getting better, okay? Now, it's hard to do animation. I do animation, okay? And it's very, very hard to do animation this way. Okay, now we're going to jump up into some of these clips and listen to what he was saying and what he shows, okay? Let's go.
First clip is straight up hair-raising, and by the end of this video, you can give me all of your thoughts below as always, but I'd like to start off with the most mysterious, which depicts what occurred on a Thursday night on October 13th, 2022, where this incredibly eerie, creepy, and overall mind-boggling UFO passed above Raytown, Missouri. And by the way, it would seem that Missouri is having a UFO flap, as if you remember in my most recent video, I featured footage of hundreds of high schoolers witnessing a mysterious UFO during a football game. And by the way, I was amazed to see that my most recent video, after its first 2 days of being uploaded, suddenly overnight went viral, going from around 250,000 views to almost 1 million, which is amazing because the algorithm seems to be looking kindly on the channel again, and it's been amazing watching how fast the video grew. I think it's at like 950k views now. It's really cool. So I appreciate you guys sharing my stuff and liking it and leaving comments. It definitely helps. So if you haven't seen that video, go and check it out. But back to this current footage, again over Missouri, already causing a firestorm of controversy, especially on Reddit, which is one of the places where it was posted, and as usual has left viewers with more questions than answers. And as you're seeing here, we have this doorbell security Xfinity camera that catches what looks to be this sort of ghost-like, semi-transparent, extraterrestrial-looking mothership, let's just be honest, silently gliding over and above a desolate street in the middle of the night before vanishing behind some trees. Now, when I first saw this video, I actually pretty much passed it off as likely a fake CGI hoax of some sort. But the more I've looked at it over the past 3 or 4 days and analyzed it on my own, the more I've come to believe that this may be one of those rare occasions where we are able to catch one of these mysterious, unnatural, otherworldly objects, and as it pertains to this clip, with some actual detail. But as always, I will leave it up to you guys. So, key things to note while analyzing this UFO footage. As you guys can see here, this object, and for the sake of argument, we will just call it an object or a craft. But the object clearly goes behind the trees, in the foreground and the background, which was one of the first things that I looked at to really kind of try to tell if this was CGI or not. And zoomed in, you guys can even tell after the object clearly passes behind the trees. It doesn't bleed over the top of the trees, which is a strong indicator of CGI, where they didn't mask the footage enough to where it passes behind, and so parts of it will actually, appear in front of the tree, and you see none of that here. And to the contrary, you can actually see some little spots of light and detail from the object actually passing through the leaves and the branches that make up the trees. And like I said, this can be very difficult for a CGI artist to do, especially with something like trees and bushes with a lot of little moving parts and openings and holes. Now we can also note that through this enhanced and looped over version, that the UFO, once first appearing, it begins in the darkness and seems to be rejecting any sort of light coming from the street. However, at the midpoint where we see the object moving almost right above these bright lights coming from the street lamps below, you can easily notice that the bottom of this oddly shaped UFO becomes illuminated as it passes directly over the lights, like you would think a legitimate three-dimensional object would do in the footage. It becomes more illuminated right at the point where it's almost directly over top, and then begins to reflect less of the light below as it leaves that area and disappears behind the trees. We can also notice the strange object giving off what appears like a ghostly, transparent-like look on its outer shell. And I say outer shell because if you look, it almost appears that there is a shell or a bunch of smaller objects making up the entirety of the UFO, almost like an armadillo, where it has hundreds, perhaps thousands of these smaller separate scales or panels, each of which sort of move independent from one another, and it does look sort of semi-transparent, like you can...
Okay. Now you see that, right? I'll let that play for a bit, because he went through a little explainers, which I don't have to. Like how it would be hard to animate that without animating the tree. Okay? Like, understand it. That thing came out the fucking lights. As you see, this is an Xfinity door security camera. You know, the Ring cameras, the bing bong, what the fuck you want? You know what I mean? The Ring cameras. Yeah. Okay? So there's a security camera from Xfinity. These things, they say they high definition, but that's only at a certain range. When you have to zoom in on these things and stuff like that, which you can't, but when you zoom in on their footage, it gets real blocky and pixelated, as you saw. Okay? Now, for an animator to animate the shit you just seen that close in that shit, does not work. Do I have to say it again? It does not fucking work. Okay? You will have to animate almost all of that scenery. Okay? Or have a big ass green screen behind the tree. Okay? There's a whole lot you will have to put into that kind of production. You know what I'm saying? That was not a production. That was just a security cam catching some shit. Now, understand that these people actually contacted him. Okay? And I'm about to play that clip. But you see what I mean? Could you imagine at the homecoming dance, you feel me, or something like that? You walk outside one of those things, and just go, what the fuck was that? You feel me? Someone's parents came to drop them off at the dance. Okay. High possibilities, baby. But that shows that let me put it this way. A lot of government officials already blurted out that yes, there's aliens. Yes, we in contact with them. Yes, we have some on the planet. Yes. They already said that. The Russians, the Japanese, the Chinese, the England, even us. Yes, our government came out and said it. But see, the thing is, people is already so deep in the brainwashing. The human condition that they're oblivious to it until it becomes a threat. And then when it becomes a threat, we wipe it out. This is why a lot of things try to hide from us and run from us. Because years on of fucking things up. That's what we do. Okay? That's the human condition. We fuck things up so much, we fuck each other up. Okay? We have no boundaries on how much we would tear up. Okay? As of right now, we tearing up the planet. We're trying to fix it, but we're tearing it up. The real monsters. So, as you've seen that shit come out the light and it appeared, you feel me? Now, let me explain that shit real quick. Light refraction. In the cities and stuff, we got a lot of artificial light. That artificial light makes it hard to see stars, right? Same thing for the ships. Hard to see them when you're in that light in the city. But that's why you get these videos from all these people out in the boonies and country that don't got a lot of that artificial light and that light pollution. And they see these things moving around. This is where you get all these videos. That's why it's always out in the cuts. Okay? Now, let's get back into that.
And regular or casual online observers. On the Reddit post about this clip, a witness from the area in Missouri commented on the raw footage saying, quote, "Here's mine and my wife's account of last night." So I'm guessing they are talking about the same night that this UFO appeared on this security camera. They go on to say, quote, "On this night, we knew that we saw something weird, but didn't think too much of it until my wife showed me this video this morning, and we're walking our son last night. And as we did, and we're coming up the driveway and about to go inside for the night, he says, I saw it first floating over our house's flat roof and over the horizon. My brain tried so hard to convince myself that it was birds because at first it floated in a sort of horseshoe flock shape that you kind of see in this new video, but what would be the head of the flock was not in the direction the objects were moving. There was also no sound at all. And it was cold last night, so no bugs were out making noise either. It was not nearly as high up as a plane would have been in our area, and my next thought was drones. I remember seeing videos of drone light shows, but this would have had to have been very elaborate because there was 50 to 100 objects, and there were no lights. The objects were solid gray with maybe some silverfish texture and were square in shape, but they didn't seem really shiny or illuminated at all. And if she hadn't seen it, I would have thought that I was insane. We still thought we were insane until we stumbled onto this new UFO video. So yeah, guys, tell me what you think. You know, it's another video that makes you wonder what's happening over Missouri, but more to the point, what is happening across the world? Where do these things come from? Tell me what you think of this. Now, this next...
Missouri, okay? Now you heard that post. Dude's getting a perfect visual, no extra ambiance noise because he out in Missouri, okay? Don't hear shit, it's not a plane, nigga, it's kind of low. What the fuck is that? Come on, man, cruising important, okay? This is why cops are getting caught beating people and shooting people, you feel me? This is why criminals are getting caught more now, because the camera tech is everywhere now, you feel me? Cameras are fucking everywhere, okay? This is why the more ghost shows pop up. Cameras is fucking everywhere in every spectrum, okay? we're gonna see some shit. Okay? No, your eyes ain't playing tricks on you. That shit didn't happen. To the next one.
Emailed to me by a viewer with the description, UFO orbs streak across the road. What is this? No other info, please give your opinions. And so here is the clip where we have what appears to be a dash cam on, yet another sort of nighttime desolate road, and yet again where another mysterious UFO encounter occurs. Okay, guys.
Okay, you saw the other clip now. I know that dude had to shit his pants. Okay? Because you saw that shit take off. Do a loop back. Okay? You check out the lights. You feel me? Rewind a little bit. Check out the light. It looped the fuck back. Came down into the street. Beamed the lights on. I'm like, who the fuck are you? And then flew off on the side of him. Now, people can say, oh, that's fake and that's fake. Let me debunk this for the fake motherfuckers that say that's fake real quick, okay? There was a street sign on the left-hand side of the picture, okay? You could not see that fucking street sign until that motherfucking shit flew damn near close to it. The middle light almost got, taken out because that street sign was there. It was illuminated, okay? The whole area illuminated because it was there. Flew past. You saw that shit disappear in the darkness again, okay? That's the proof you need right there, okay? To animate that shit, damn near impossible. You would have to have that street sign there already. And as you see, it's a dash cam. Just like the security cams, low resolution, even though they say it's high def, 4K, at a certain range, okay? But when it's taking in all that, it has problems, as you saw. Once that light hit that shit, it was a wrap. So, the problem is, people don't understand that we still get visited all the fucking time. Okay? Aliens are real. But are they the monsters? Or are we? Because once the human race comes to that fact that they're real and they try to come and mingle with us, this is why they don't mingle with us that much, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, we fuck shit up. We still barbarians in the grand scheme of things. We still barbarish. You feel me? We still do a lot of stupid shit, as the realm goes now. But as I said, times are changing, things are changing. Okay? They get a little bold now. They get a little bold. And plus, we got shit up there too. Don't think we don't. When Trump said, oh, we're gonna make a Space Force, nigga, we already had one up and running. There was a lot of billions of dollars gone missing, trillions of dollars gone missing for that shit. You feel me? So understand that. Okay? Some of that shit up there is us, but a lot of that's them. This is your truth for the Halloween. I'm gonna cut this video right here. That's the last clip I took up of Security Team 10 with Tyler's channel. So go on ahead, check that out. He goes through the whole run through on debunking shit. You feel me? He gets motherfucking specialists look at shit. You know, sometimes when he even questions that shit. You feel me? He actually, you know, has decent shit up on his show. You feel me? But he goes through a whole lot of that. He sips through that shit. You feel me? That's his life. Okay? He's at home with the kids and aliens. That's his life. Okay? So, please do like, subscribe, holler back at me, comment, share me out. I'll catch y'all.
Back it down, I won't do. Stand tall, won't move. Taking over with the crew. It's over when we come through. It's over when we come through. This ain't really nothing new. You know what it do. Mask off. We out of this world and we blast off. Play with the team, get blessed on. Play with the squad, see yes for. Come with that trouble you ask for. Opposition who is bad for. You don't want it, better back off.